Hey everybody, Steve here in Chatsworth, California, sitting outside the gates of Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery, waiting for the gates to open. This is quite a long drive from Palm Springs, around a 2.5, 3-hour drive, and I didn't know how long it would take, so I left a little bit early and got here a little bit early. The gates don't open until 8 o'clock. They say 8:30, but the guy who was coming in, unlocking one of the gates so he could get in, he said they actually do open up at 8. So while I'm sitting here waiting for the gates to open, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the person that I'm here to visit today. How many of you remember the female roller derby leagues and matches that took place, I think, all over the country back in the 1960s? Now, they might have started before, it might have lasted after, I don't know, but I think the 1960s was the heyday. And here in Los Angeles, we had the Los Angeles T-Birds, or Thunderbirds. I remember that particular group, and they were very famous, very popular. They were on TV. I think at the time, I remember wrestling being extremely popular, and roller derby matches where it was almost like a fight to the death on the roller skating rink, and the female leagues were especially fun and interesting to watch. Now, I haven't kept track of them over the years. Maybe they still have roller skating leagues and matches. Maybe this is a sport that continues till today. I don't know. Let me know if any of you happen to know. The roller derby queen that I'm here to visit today, I vaguely remember her name. So does the name Shirley Hardman ring a bell to any of you? Were any of you fans of the roller derby races that took place back in the day? Sadly, Hardman died in 1973 here in, I believe, Canoga Park, which is here in the San Fernando Valley, which is where the cemetery is located. And she tragically died in her backyard swimming pool in just a freak accident. And I wasn't able to find a lot of information about it other than that she had just drowned in her swimming pool. She was only 34 years old, and she died on August 1st, 1973. Her Find a Grave Memorial page doesn't have a GPS, but I do have a map of the cemetery, and they did list the section where her gravesite is located. If the information is correct on her Find a Grave Memorial page, it says that she's laid to rest in the Oak View section. And the instructions or directions say that she's just 12 graves in from the 278 curb marker. And wow, look at this. Here's her gravesite, right where the instructions said it would be. That sure doesn't happen every time. Thank you to whoever left the instructions on how to find her gravesite. It was very easy, very helpful, and I just added a GPS to make it even that much easier. If this was the early 1970s, I'm guessing she was still kind of at the height of her fame. She was considered to be, if not the best, then one of the very best roller derby female skaters who ever skated. She was very popular. From 1965 to 1973, she skated for the New York Bombers, and her nickname was the Blonde Bomber. And in 1971, she helped the Los Angeles T-Birds, or Thunderbirds, win the World Championship. What a sad and shocking way for a life to end, especially after such a spectacular beginning. She certainly left her mark on the world, not to mention all of the marks she left on all of the skating opponents that she came in contact with. I'm sure they'll never forget her either. Her final resting place here is in a very peaceful and beautiful cemetery, and in a great location, so that's nice to see. So how many of you remember Shirley? Feel free to share your memories with us in the comments section. This week I want to give a shout out and a very big thank you to my newest Patreon supporter, John Whitlock. Thank you, John, for your extra generous donation to my channel. It really means a lot and is very appreciated. So if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'll join me in another one by clicking this one here. And until our next trip to the cemetery together, thanks for sharing the memories, everybody.